This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Craftsman, he drove that 88 truck around the high side into second place.
We've got smoke, it looks like, coming out of one of the trucks going into
crash.
one. Problems coming out of turn number 2. Ken Weaver's involved in that, as well as the 66 of Todd Bodine, our last year's winner of this race.
Wow. Todd lost an engine in qualifying. That's why he had to go to the very back of the pack, and that's the danger of starting in the back of the pack. You're behind everything that may happen.
And so, unfortunate.
Coming off turn number 2, there's the 08 of Ken Weaver. Looks like he just gets loose, overcorrects, catches Todd right up against the wall. What a horrible break for Todd. He told us before the race, he said, I'm telling you, this truck is better than the one I had last year, and he won the race with it.
I think it looked like Ken Weaver may have hit another truck.
Yeah, he just got loose. And when he got loose, he slid to the inside, hit Spencer in the side. That shot him out to the right where Todd had elected to go. Todd made the right move. Ken Weaver spins out. The high side's probably the way to go, but he...
By virtue of the Ted Musgrave pit stop,
looks like, we got a crash. Shiggy and Chase.
Chase Montgomery in the number 18, Shiggy Hattori in the number 9. Chase trying to back up.
This is going to be a horrible break for some of these drivers that have already made pit stops. Ted Musgrave and Jimmy Spencer, Terry Cook, Brandon Witt have all made their pit stops. And now will find themselves at least one lap down, Michael. See Chad's coming down pit road. He's going to get a report. He starts to stop. He says, no, the caution flag's out. Let me get back to the racetrack. That may have saved him a lap. See, Bobby Hamilton's 04 truck. I wonder if he did the same thing. If he stopped in his pits and did his pit service, he will find him.
Welcome back to the American Racing Wheels 200. We're under the third caution of the evening, and we're riding or viewing at Deborah Renshaw in that Easy Care number 8. She was actually the reason for the caution coming out. Let's take a look.
Coming off turn number 2, watch for the red truck. She's on the inside of a truck. Looks like Brandon Witt, the 38 truck, on the outside.
Everything's normal for a little while, but then the air gets robbed off that rear spoiler, and she couldn't hold on to it.
We see that happen all the time. You saw the roof flap deploy. She couldn't quite hang on to it.
All the way up to 6 now. Now the 223 of Johnny Benson.
And David Starr gets sideways. It's David Starr, who had just moved up to 6th, gets sideways with that very strong truck. Johnny Benson almost caught up with it, and he's able to keep it going straight.
Michael, Rick, we've seen it so many times. He was on the inside. It looked like a Robert Huffman trying to make the pass, coming off turn 2, lost the air off the spoiler, lost the back end, caught it, overcorrected. Man, look at the damage.
Wow, what a fast truck, too. He had driven out. He was trying to pass Robert Huffman for the 5th spot. He came to life after that restart, fought his way to the front. I know he's just got to be very, very distraught. Just
got to be brokenhearted. He knew he probably had the best truck here. He was making his way back, was racing back into the top 5. Unfortunately, just horrible damage to the 75 truck. There's Johnny Benson. He got caught up when David Starr came off the wall. He clipped Johnny. Johnny's probably will be able to make repairs. You see he has a flat right rear tire right there.
Also the left front, he spun every which way, but kept it going in the right.
On the inside of Robert Huffman, you see, watch him. He's going to try to stay off Robert Huffman. You see him correct it back to the right as he loses the back end, and then the thing grabs, and straight across the racetrack it goes. Hard contact into the outside wall, bounces off that, and he's going to come and catch the 46 truck of Dennis Setzer and really give Johnny Benson, the 23 truck, a shot.
He also hit the concrete wall there, Phil. He had cleared the safer barrier, hit the wall where the concrete began. So I know he's in the lead. I hate it for those guys on pit road. The 16 truck not making on gas. They did everything they could to get Mike Bliss to victory lane, but just came up about 10 miles short.
Steve Park, best finish in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, a 3rd. That was at Las Vegas. Now in California, Steve Park looking to claim his first ever win in the Truck Series.
He's inside of 5 laps to go. He's got a little bit over a second-half lead on Bobby Hamilton.
Bobby, though, keeps putting up the fastest laps of the race right now. On that last time by, Steve ran a 42.12. and Bobby ran about a 42 flat. So he gained ground on Steve. Can Steve hold him off? Keep that thing heading in the right direction for just 4 more laps.
Michael, if we do the math, Steve Park has been in front of Bobby Hamilton by about 1/10 of a second. Only 4 laps to go. That's only a 1/2 a second. He's got a 1.5 seconds lead over Bobby Hamilton. Doing the math, he can't catch it.
Steve's going to have some trouble, or maybe to get tied up with a lap truck for Bobby Hamilton to have a shot at him. He's got to just keep this truck clean, keep it between the white line and the outside wall, and in 3 more laps, bring this thing home.
Early celebration. You never want to see somebody jinx it. But Steve Park goes across the start-finish line. 3 laps to go, right?
Well, guys, you'll notice Steve Park is just about to catch his teammate, the number 77 of Brendan Gaughan. Brendan had to come to pit road for a pass-through because he jumped the restart. Now, you'll notice that Brendan's truck is black tonight, and Steve Park's truck is yellow with Jasper engines on it. Why is that? Well, Brendan had a special commitment to run American Racing wheels on his truck tonight, so he said to Doug Ball, the owner of Jasper, we'll put your lettering on that 62 tonight. One of us is going to win the race. Here comes Steve catching Brendan right now. Brendan is going to be another lap down here, but Steve Park has Jasper on there tonight. That'll be Brendan's sponsor throughout the year, but it looks like Park's going to have enough. In his 31st start tonight, he's got 1 lap to go.
Ray lost another 3/10 on that lap. 2 to go. Coming back to the white flag. Lost about 3/10 to Bobby Hamilton on that lap. Truck got a little high on him down there in turns 1 and 2.
Now, with Brendan Gaughan being his teammate, Brendan's going to block. I mean, he will not let Bobby by him.
No
way.
Brendan Gaughan is not going to block Bobby Hamilton. He's not going to have to block Bobby Hamilton for one thing, but Brendan would never do that. He would love to see his truck, the 62, win this race, but he's not going to affect the outcome by blocking Bobby Hamilton.
They're equally spread out. Steve Park comes out of turn 4. He will see the white flag. 2 miles of racing to go for Steve Park to claim his first win in the Truck Series.
Steve last pitted on lap number 58. Got great racing, 3 wide racing back there within the top 10.
That's
Wow,
a battle
check out
for
this battle.
8th, 9th, and 10th.
That's Darrell's 2 trucks right there. Oh, Ruben got
Ruben
sideways.
big time loose.
Steve Park is going to hang on and win this race.
Coming into 3 and 4, Steve Park in the Jasper Engines and Transmissions, number 62.
That puts him in some elite company, Phil, winning on all 3 of NASCAR's big stages. Steve Park is the latest winner of a truck race.
Comes to the checkered flag, and Steve Park will win the American Racing Wheels 200.
All right, that's fun stuff right there.
Great side-by-side battle right here. Todd Cleaver and Ted Musgrave side-by-side for the 4th position.
Johnny Benson looked as though he went across the start-finish line, may have blown a tire. Able to keep it straight, and they slow it down, but the celebration starts for the 62. Steve Park winning in the Craftsman Truck Series.
That's his truck owner, excuse me.
You think that guy on the outside of him was happy?
Bobby Hamilton holding on for 2nd. Ricky Craven, a strong finish, comes back in 3rd. Todd Cleaver, rookie Todd Cleaver, a great run. There's 2 Roush trucks back-to-back, 3rd and 4th.
Another top 5 for Ted Musgrave, and Matt Crafton finishes 6th. A great run for that 88 Chevrolet.
Jimmy Spencer finishing 7th. Ron Hornaday 8th unofficially. Robert Huffman and Dennis Setzer round out the top 10.
That was Steve's girlfriend, Jessica, there, celebrating the win. Had dinner with Steve and Jessica last night, and he told me his truck was right. He was going to be good. Golly, I just am so impressed with the job that team did. You know, last year, there were times when he showed speed enough to win, but they never could put a whole race together. Here we are, just the 2nd outing in 2005. They've already got to victory lane with that hot rod.
Yeah, Steve started back in the 25th position. I said, how's your truck? He said, regardless of how we qualified, we've got a great race truck. He said, maybe we had too much downforce to really get a good qualifying position, but he said, I'm going to like that in the race.
Steve Park, a fan favorite. He's going to celebrate his first win in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.